Eugene, as well as Mr. Wale Quadri. Over to you, Mr. Wale.
Thank you very much, Dr. Eugene. Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. We've been given the order to kickstart the program immediately, since we have in our midst, we call it the chief host of this program, since we can start. The first person I'm introducing to you as well as bringing up here to the podium is the 13th Vice Chancellor of University of Ibadan, Professor Kayode Oyebode, FAS MNI. He's also a chemist, industrial chemist to say. Thank you very much for coming, sir. Thank you, sir. Also, to join him on that seat, so he won't be alone, is the president of CSN Oyo State Chapter, Professor G.O. Adewuyi. Ladies and gentlemen, it will interest you to know that Professor G.O. Adewuyi has a vice president, Southwest CSN, Dr. Esther Faboro. Thank you very much, ma. Mama did not come alone. Her husband also followed her to this program. Let us appreciate. Thank you very much, sir. Also in the house, the HOD Chemistry Department, Professor O.O. Shoni Barre. I think I saw him. Let us appreciate him. I think I saw him. Well, in the house, quickly, we have Professor Ganyat Oloyede and Professor Ikaida is also in the house. Let us appreciate them. Without wasting time, can we take the national anthem so we can start the program in full? Media, the national anthem. Thank you. We might sit down. Professor O.O. Shonibare, please join us on the high table. Without wasting time, because we know that the Vice Chancellor has a very short time with us. Therefore, the welcome address will be very, very short. Let me call on Professor G.O. Adewuyi for his welcome speech, sir.
Good morning, all. The welcome address is on page 2 of the program. You can turn to it. Welcome address by Professor Gregory Oluwafemi Adewi, FCSN, Chairman, Chemical Society of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter, and Chairman, Local Organizing Committee at the CSN Oyo State Chapter Premier Conference, Ibadan, 2026, held at the Department of Chemistry, University of Ibadan, from 8th to 9th July 2026. The address: the National President, Chemical Society of Nigeria, members of the National Executive Committee, the Deputy Vice President, Southwest Region, Dr. Esther Faboro, distinguished fellows and past chairman of CSN, recall that the Vice Chancellor, Professor K.O. Adewale, FAS, was the immediate past chairman of this CSN. A round of applause for him, please. The Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, the Dean, Faculty of Science, University of Ibadan, the Head of Department, Chemistry, University of Ibadan, our esteemed keynote speakers, plenary speakers, and paper presenters, distinguished delegates, industry partners, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and a deep sense of responsibility that I welcome you on behalf of Chemical Society of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter, and as chairman of the Local Organizing Committee to our Premier Conference, Ibadan 2026. To our National President, NEC members, distinguished guests, colleagues from academia and industry, and our vibrant students, I extend a very warm welcome to Ibadan, the nation's premier university city. Your presence gives weight and meaning to this historic first edition. This conference is convened under the theme Harnessing Chemical Sciences for Sustainable Development and Industrial Growth. The theme is timely and mission focused. As chemists, we are custodians of knowledge that must be deployed with purity of intent and boldness of action. From green chemistry and environmental stewardship to materials, innovation, and industrial processes, our discipline holds the key to Nigerians' sustainable future. This gathering is therefore a call to be set apart, to shine, to translate research into solutions, mentor the next generation, and use our gifting for national impact. I sincerely appreciate the members of the local organizing committee and the sub in the plenary session, technical papers exhibition, and networking events over these 2 days, 8th to 9th July 2026. Let us step out of the laboratory and into collaboration. Let no talent remain under a bushel. Once again, you are all welcome to Ibadan. May our deliberations be intellectually rewarding, our collaboration and our resolution impactful for development and industrial growth in Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you. Chemistry Society of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir. We can do better, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he was given a speech. One of our ancestors, living ancestors, entered the hall in person of Professor Tim Odihaka. Ladies and gentlemen, the other two welcome address will come after the Vice Chancellor's address because he has to leave for council meeting. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege for me to be in your midst this usually when you give apology, you apologize for a meeting to start late. But let me apologize that we are starting too early. I'm aware that this meeting is expected to commence at 10 o'clock. But because of some of the activities that we have in the university this morning, I had to come a little bit earlier and see it as a responsibility at least to be at the opening of this meeting. And all of us know the reason why. Because I am part of it. If Chemical Society of Nigeria is organizing a conference, if Chemical Society of Nigeria is organizing a conference at our backyard there, and I'm here, I'm expected to be here. And also, as a former chairman of the Oyo State branch of Chemical Society of Nigeria, you see that that's another imperative for me to be here. And also, more importantly, as a fellow of the Chemical Society of Nigeria, it shows that all over, I am here. So it's a privilege to be here. The keynote speaker, let me appreciate our head of department. Head of department, definitely is my Oga here. When I finish my term and I return to the department, he becomes my Oga, and very soon I will be able to do so. So my head of department, you know, my file is with him. So I should not do anything negative so that the file will not just disappear. I know he won't. So the head of department, all the members of the local organizing committee, Dr. Esther Faboro, who is one of our executive in Southwest Zone, and the amiable spouse, Pastor Faboro. My colleagues that are here, students, early career researchers, the keynote speaker. I'm sure the keynote speaker has not arrived, but I understand that he is Dr. Akinlolu Faweini, who is the rector of Nigerian College of Natural Medicine Technology in Lagos. Students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a distinct honor and privilege to welcome all the participants to the University of Ibadan. University of Ibadan is the first and the best, and we know that very clearly. We remain the first in Nigeria, and very recently we were named as the fourth in Africa. if after 78 years we still remain first, and fourth in Africa, it means that there are certain things that we are doing right. Let me also appreciate, they have introduced him, living ancestor. People are our leaders that have, trodden the path before we came. We refer to them that have retired, and we know that they cannot, because a scholar cannot retire from scholarship. He will continue to be the scholar all the days of his life. That's Professor Tim Odiaka. He's my teacher. Taught me in the undergraduate, he taught me in masters, and he's been one of our leaders in the department, former dean of our Faculty of Science. I welcome you, sir. Permit me to extend my special welcome to our keynote speaker, Dr. Akinlolu Famayimi, whose work that we know, he did some pioneering work at the Nigerian College of Natural Medicine Technology. And his work is in trying to bridge traditional medicine with modern chemical validation. And we know that that type of cross-sectional thinking is what we need very urgently. We know, as all of us, we await his insights. I also understood that there are some plenary speakers. Professor J.O. Babalola will be coming, our own here, and the Vice Chancellor of Bowen University. And also one of our leaders also from the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Professor Kayode Bangboshe. He will also be coming. I'm sure that their presence will reflect the enduring power of academic collaboration across institutions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this conference, as has been said, is harnessing chemical sciences for sustainable development and industrial growth. It could not be more timely, and in fact, it's also very urgent, because as we stand today, this year 2026, Nigeria, just like the rest of the world, is grappling with a lot of challenges, and I see it as a triple challenge. First, how do we industrialize very rapidly? How do we do so sustainably? And how do we lift millions, of citizens out of poverty, at the same time not destroying the planet that we know sustains us? I can tell you that chemistry is not merely a subject in our laboratories. Chemistry is a language of transformation. From the synthesis of life-saving chemicals, pharmaceuticals, to the development of polymers, particularly biodegradable polymers, from clean energy storage to remediation of our polluted water bodies in many of our host communities. I can say emphatically that chemical sciences hold the master key to the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. But unfortunately, even if we are honest, for too long, chemistry in Nigeria has remained more likely academic. Our journals are filled with brilliant research, but most of our factories still import most of what they need, for their industries. We have published extensively on adsorption of metals, heavy metals, but our rivers still remains contaminated. We have characterized so many countless natural products, but very few have become commercial drugs or even agrochemicals. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this must change, and it can change right here, starting with this conference. The University of Ibadan is committed to reorientating our chemical research towards problems that matter. Local mineral processing, renewable energy catalysts from our biomass, low-cost construction materials from our industrial waste, and the green chemical protocols in order to protect our workers and also the environment. So therefore, I want to urge you all, researchers, students, industrialists, policymakers, to use this day, I don't know whether it's 1 day or 2 days, not just to present papers, but to be able to build network and consortia. Let us live here, with at least a lot of actionable pilot projects that we know that will be able to work. Let us demonstrate that Nigerian chemists can drive industrial growth without sacrificing sustainability. To early career researchers that are here, and particularly to our students, you are not just future job seekers, you are future problem solvers. The world does not need more standard abstract, it needs solution. Please pay close attention to our speakers, ask difficult questions, and then return to your laboratory with a new resolve. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the Chemical Society of Nigeria, Oyo State Branch, for choosing University of Ibadan as the venue for this important gathering. Let me assure you, I assure you again of the university's full support and hospitality. And on behalf of the university, it's a privilege for me to declare this conference open. Thank you, and God bless you.
Let us continue clapping. Let us continue until the Vice Chancellor gets to his seat. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. He has done well. He has put UI to remain number one. That's the first and the best. And also in Africa, the fourth. Let us appreciate University of Ibadan. Sir, the society said they have an award for you. I will call on Professor Ikaeda to come and present the award to the Vice Chancellor.
Good morning, everyone. You heard the current CSN chairman of your chapter while giving his speech that the immediate past chairman of CSN chapter, CSN Society, or your chapter, was Professor Kayode Yebode Adebowale. We recognize his leadership role, particularly in stabilizing CSN or your chapter. It was remarkable. We felt it, and we want to appreciate what he did. So on behalf of the CSN or your chapter, we present this. Also, in appreciation of your visionary leadership and invaluable support towards the successful hosting of this conference, Chemical Society of Nigeria, we present this plaque. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, let's go out for group photograph, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. We want to take photograph with you. Let's go out. Yes, outside, sir. Then thereafter, we continue the program.
unlimited music. That's Medundo Premium. SMS MU. No ads, unlimited music. That's Medundo Premium. SMS MUND to 13175 or dial star 13175 star 2 star 1 hash. Subscribe today.
Media. Media, please. Media. Thank you. You're welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After the exit of the Vice Chancellor, we are starting the program afresh again. Now to the high table. The first person I'm going to bring there is the host of this program, also the head of department, chemistry, Professor Oyo Shonibare. Let us appreciate him. You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much, sir. To join him is the president of CSN Oyo State, Professor G.O. Dewi. Let us appreciate him as well. Also to join them on the high table is the Vice President, CSN Southwest, Dr. Esther Faboro. I think I get you. Thank you very much. And Doctor is also here with the husband. Let's appreciate the husband as well. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. We appreciate you. Also to join them on that table is the keynote speaker for today's program, all the way from Lagos, someone that has drank from University of Ibadan. Dr. Akinlolu Faweyimi is a rector, Nigeria College of Natural Medicine Technology, Lagos. Let us continue clapping until when he gets down to his table. This way, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. The keynote speaker did not move alone. He has in his company a surgeon. I don't know why he brought a surgeon along, but I'm very sure he's fit. Ladies and gentlemen, let us appreciate Dr. Shoyinka. Thank you very much, sir. And also Mr. Azan. Mr. Azan, you're also welcome in that entourage of the keynote speaker. Quickly, let me recognize the following professors in our midst. Professor Dorcas Moronkola is here in the house. We have Professor Sharifat Abuhaba in the house. We have Professor Ogunshole in the house. We have Professor Adejoro in the house. I have cited Professor Ellen Omorege in the house as well. And Professor Gilbert Adi in the house as well. Ladies and gentlemen, history will not forgive me if I did not recognize my own Oga, Senior Chief Technologist, Mr. Ajayi. On that, sir, I think we can continue by the speech from the head of department.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor K. Adebowale, FESMNI, he was here 60 minutes ago, but he has to leave for an official. The Dean of the Faculty of Science, the Deputy Vice President, Chemical Society of Nigeria, Southwest, Dr. Esther Fabor, the Chemical Society of Nigeria, Oyo State Branch Chairman, Professor G.O. Adewi. Our keynote lecturer for today, Dr. Akinlolu Faweyimi, all the professors in the house, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the Chemical Science of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter Maiden Conference. The Department of Chemistry, University of Ibadan, is very grateful to the CSN Oyo State branch for giving us the opportunity to host this maiden conference. As you all know, this department has a tradition of academic excellence, diligence, and dedication to work, especially for those of us that finished from University of Ibadan. And as I used to say, that even if you don't finish from University of Ibadan, you must have been taught by somebody that graduated from this department. So by implication, all of us, we are alumni of the chemistry department, University of Ibadan. The theme of this conference is harnessing chemical innovation for national industrial growth. And I know that the objective of the conference is to promote the international and interdisciplinary exchange of scientific information among scientists in academia, research institutes, and industry. It is expected that the scientific ideas to be shared at this conference will be found helpful to policymakers towards national development. And it also allows the participants to build new friendships and extend scientific networks. Going by the array of the invited speakers, because I've gone through the program and I've seen those that were invited to deliver keynote lecture, plenary lectures, and also looking at the range and the quality of abstracts scheduled for presentation at this conference. I do not doubt in my mind that we are in for a serious academic business that will strengthen scientific research in Nigeria. Once again, I welcome our special guests, the keynote speakers, plenary lecturers, and all participants who have come from far and wide to share their thoughts and findings with us at this conference. For those that are coming to the University of Ibadan for the first time, please find time to go around the University of Ibadan, at least to see some places that interest. And if you have never been to UI before, I want to recommend that you must not leave without visiting zoological garden and botanical garden. Finally, I want to commend the efforts of the local organizing committee led by our own Professor Gio Adewoye, who worked so hard to put this conference together. I wish you all a fulfilling meeting and a safe journey back to your various destinations at the end of the conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Before calling on the next address, let me quickly introduce to you and also bring to this side of the hall Professor Kayode Bekeloluwa Bangboshe from Federal University of Agric, Abeokuta. This way, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Welcome, sir. Yes, we can now take a remark from Dr. Esther Faboro, the Deputy President, the Vice President, Southwest. Let us appreciate her. You're welcome, ma'am.
Good morning, all. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, Professor Kayode Adebowale, distinguished Chairman of the Chemical University of Nigeria, Osun Chapter, Professor G.O. Adewoye, the head of Department of Chemistry, Professor O.O. Shonibare, the esteemed professors and the keynote speakers, the industry leaders, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound honor and joy that I welcome you all to this premier conference of the Chemical Society of Nigeria, Oyo chapter, holding here at the Historic Chemistry Department of the University of Ibadan on this day, 8th of July, 2026. The theme of this maiden conference, Harnessing Chemical Innovation for National Industrial Growth, is both timely and visionary. At a period when our nation seeks to strengthen its industrial base, chemistry stands as the backbone of innovation, transforming raw materials into finished products, driving technological advancement, and enabling industries that sustain our economy and improve lives. This gathering is not merely an academic exercise. It is a clarion call. It is a call to Nigerian chemists, researchers, and industry stakeholders to collaborate, to innovate, and to ensure that our scientific breakthroughs translate into tangible industrial growth. The synergy between academia and industry must be deepened, and the knowledge generated in our laboratories must find pathways into factories, production lines, and ultimately into the hands of the people. I commend the Oyo chapter for this bold initiative and for setting the pace with this premier conference. I urge all participants to engage actively, share generously, and live here with renewed commitment to applying our science for prosperity of Nigeria. I extend the goodwill message of our president, of the president of our esteemed society, Professor Rufus Shato, to you all, with the hope that your deliberation here will inspire innovations, drive Nigeria's industrial growth, and strengthen our nation's future. On behalf of the organizers, I welcome you once again to this conference. Thank you.
Let us do more. Let us clap for her more. Yes, we are moving towards hearing from the keynote speaker. But before then, let's quickly recognize all the students that are here. Colada IC University, are you here? Let us clap for ourselves. Colada IC University. We are expecting students from Colada IC University, Lead City University, Abiola Ajumobi Technical University, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, the Polytechnic, Ibadan, Nigeria College of Natural Medicine Technology, Federal College of Forestry, University, Ladoke Akitola University, Ogbomoso, Federal College of Animal Health and Production Technology, Bowen University, Iwo, National Open University, and lastly, University of Ibadan. Let us appreciate ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. May I require the keynote speaker to stand and remain standing? Thank you very much, sir. And also, I call on Dr. Temitope Olalekan to come and read the citation of the keynote speaker. Thank you. Let's appreciate her.
Standing on the existing protocols, I read the profile of Dr. Akinlolu Bankole Faweyimi. Dr. Akinlolu Bankole Faweyimi was born on April 30, 1970 in Ibadan. to the family of late Mr. and Mrs. Samuel Kokumo Faweyimi from Ondo Town, Ondo State, Nigeria. Dr. Faweyimi's academic journey began at St. Patrick Primary School, Abebi, Ibadan, between 1976 and 1982, followed by secondary education at the Baptist Grammar School, Idi-Ishin, Ibadan. In pursuit of higher learning, he proceeded to the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Futa, where he earned a Bachelor of Technology in Industrial Chemistry with second-class honors in 1994. His enduring passion for academic excellence led him to the University of Ibadan, one of Nigeria's most prestigious institutions, where he obtained his Master of Science in Chemistry in Industrial Chemistry option in 2008, and subsequently his Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, Industrial Chemistry option in 2020. Dr. Faweyimi brings over 30 years of distinguished professional experience spanning industry, academia, and public service. He began his career in 1995 as a quality control officer at Albert Olaniyan and Sons Nigeria Limited, serving until 1997. He briefly transitioned into education, teaching chemistry at First Baptist Church High School, Agwamboro, Kaduna, before joining Unichem Nigeria Limited, Kaduna, as a production chemist. There, he was involved in the production and supply of chemicals and dyes to textile factories across Kaduna and Kano states. In April 2001, Dr. Faweyimi joined the Nigeria Natural Medicine Development Agency, NNMDA, as a research officer. Through dedication, expertise, and exemplary service, he progressively rose through the ranks, attaining the position of director in 2021. He deserves a round of applause. In a landmark career achievement, he was appointed in May 2023 as the pioneer rector of the Nigeria College of Natural Medicine Technology, NICOMTech, the training and academic arm of the agency, becoming the first person to hold this historic office. Dr. Faweyimi is a prolific researcher with 25 peer-reviewed scientific journal publications to his name. He has participated in numerous national and international conferences and workshops, accumulating over 21 conference papers to his credit. And Dr. Faweyimi is an active member of several distinguished professional bodies, including Chemical Society of Nigeria, Institute of Chartered Chemists of Nigeria, and International Alternative Medical Council. Committed to advancing national scientific and health policy, Dr. Faweyimi has rendered valuable service to Nigeria at the highest technical levels. He has been a permanent member of the National Technical Mirror Committee on African Traditional Medicine since 2024, and previously served as a member of the National Technical Committee on Leather from 2020 to 2023. Dr. Faweyimi is happily married and blessed with children. Distinguished professors, professionals, ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me our keynote speaker at the Chemical Society of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter Premier Conference, Dr. Akinlolu Bankole Faweyimi. You're welcome.
Good morning. I would have loved to stand on the existing protocol, but I would like to repeat that protocol. And I'm so happy to be here because it's an homecoming for me. As you can hear in my citation, I had my first degree from FUTA, but my wife graduated from UIA in zoology. So, whenever we were talking then, when I was contemplating going back to school, she would keep on saying there are 2 universities in Nigeria. She will say UI and others. So she kept on terrorizing me in the house. And so that was the main reason why I came back to UI. And now I'm the one now terrorizing her now. Because she went to Lautech to have her master's. And now told her, I said, you have to come to UI to have your PhD too. So that we can be at the same level. Having said that, I would like to recognize the Vice Chancellor, though absent, the Dean of Faculty of Science, the HOD Chemistry Department, all my professors who taught me when I was here, all my lecturers, all students present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my singular honor and privilege to stand before this distinguished gathering today to deliver this keynote address on a subject that I believe is central to Nigeria's industrial destiny. That means the annexing of chemical science for sustainable development and industrial growth. I wish to begin by expressing deep gratitude to the Chemical Society of Nigeria, Oyo State Chapter, for making gathering like this not only possible, but purposeful. Chemistry is not merely a science. It is the language through which humanity has decoded nature and through which Nigeria can speak its industrial ambition to the world. We all live at a remarkable moment in history. The global economy is undergoing a profound transformation, one in which the boundary between natural science, technology, and industrial production are dissolving. Nations that harness the power of chemical science today will be the economic powerhouse of tomorrow. We all should know that Nigeria stands at a crossroad. On one hand, we are endowed with extraordinary natural wealth with over 4,700 documented plant species, abundant mineral deposits, extensive petroleum feedstock, and a biodiversity that rivals almost any nation on earth. On the other hand, we remain to a large degree exporters of raw materials and importers of finished chemical products. I say this morning that this must change. Chemical science is the bridge between what Nigeria has in its soil, forests, and waters, and what Nigeria can become in its industries, hospitals, laboratories, and export markets. It is the discipline that transforms palm kernels into oleochemicals, medicinal plants into pharmaceuticals, minerals into advanced materials, and biomass into biofuels. Nigeria has made significant strides in chemical science. Our universities produce thousands of chemistry graduates annually. Our petrochemical industry, centered in Eleme and Warri, represent decades of industrial investment. Our sector, led by companies in Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo State, produce medicine that serves millions across the West Africa. Our research institutions have documented, analyzed, and published extensively on our natural resources. These are foundations we can build upon. And the Nigeria National Medicine Development Agency documentation of over 800 medicinal plant species represent perhaps the most strategically important scientific database in our possession today. The contribution of chemical industry to Nigeria's GDP, estimated at under 10%, remains well or below potential. We import over 70% of our active pharmaceutical ingredients. Most of our agrochemicals are sourced abroad. Our natural product sector, the area of greatest comparative advantage, is significantly that developed. These structural challenges explain this gap. One, our infrastructural deficit. Our research laboratories are grossly underfunded and under-equipped. The gap between academic research and industrial application remains wide. Pilot plants, analytical facilities, and quality control infrastructure are very, very scarce. Two, talent retention. Nigeria remains excellent, trains excellent chemists and chemical engineers. Too many of them build their careers abroad. Reversing this brain drain requires creating compelling professional opportunities at home. Then lastly, industrial academia disconnect. The bridge between the laboratory and the production line must be strengthened through deliberate policy and institutional partnership. Confronting these challenges, honestly, is not a counsel of despair. It is a prerequisite for designing the solution that will definitely unlock our potential. The global conversation about chemistry has shifted dramatically in recent decades. The 12 principles of green chemistry, first articulated by Paul Anastas and Joanna in 1998, have fundamentally reoriented how the discipline thinks about itself. No longer is it sufficient for a chemical process to be effective. It must also be safe, efficient, and environmentally responsible. For Nigeria, this shift presents both a challenge and a remarkable opportunity, and as a developing economy, building its industrial chemical sector, we have the advantage of not being locked into legacy system. We can leapfrog straight to greener, cleaner, more sustainable processes from the outset. Please allow me to highlight 6 principles that are particularly relevant to our situation right in Nigeria. Waste prevention. Nigeria's agricultural sector generates enormous quantities of biomass crop residues, fruit peels, seed husk. Chemical science can convert this waste into valuable bioethanol, activated carbon, natural dyes, and organic fertilizers. 2, atom economy. Our extraction and process industries must be redesigned to maximize the use of every component of our raw materials. The full utilization of palm fruit from the oil to the kernel to the shell is a model for what atom economy can achieve at a scale. 3, safer chemistry. As we build our pharmaceutical and agrochemical industries, we must embed safety from the design phase. This means choosing less toxic reagents, designing for degradability, and ensuring occupational safety for chemical workers. Renewable feedstock. Nigeria's greatest competitive advantage in chemistry lies in our renewable resources. Our medicinal plants, agricultural products, and forest materials are the raw materials for a bio-based chemical economy. Catalysis. Catalytic processes are more selective, generate less waste, and are more energy efficient than stoichiometric alternatives. Developing local expertise in catalysis must be a strategic priority for our universities. The retail pollution prevention. Our rivers, farmlands, and communities have paid a heavy price for industrial pollution. Green chemistry offers the tool to prevent contamination at source rather than attempting costly cleanup after the fact. The pathway from natural raw materials to industrial products passes through chemical science at every stage. From raw materials to extraction and analysis to formulation, to manufacturing and quality control, to distribution, and finally to market and export. Each stage of this chain represents employment, investment, and the creation of economic value. Chemical science is not confined to one box. It enables the entire chain, from the initial analysis of a plant compound to the quality control processes that ensure a product is safe for market. There are 4 factors which hold promise for Nigeria chemical industrial growth. 1, pharmaceutical and natural products. Nigeria 1,000 plus documented medicinal plant species represent an extraordinary library of bioactive compounds. The NNMDA has laid the scientific groundwork. The next step is commercialization, isolating active ingredients, establishing safety and efficacy profiles, and scaling up production to serve Nigerian patients and export markets. The potential to reduce our active pharmaceutical ingredients upon import bill while creating high-value manufacturing job is significant. 2, agrochemicals and agricultural chemistry. Nigeria agriculture employs over 30% of our population. Yet, crop losses to pests, diseases, and post-harvest deterioration remain very high. Bio-based pesticides, biostimulants, and post-harvest chemical treatments developed from our own natural resources offer a path to improving agricultural productivity while reducing dependence on imported synthetic agrochemicals. Cosmetic and personal care. Nigerian consumers spend billions on personal care products, the majority of which are imported. Nigeria is one of the world's largest producers of shea butter, palm kernel, and botanical extracts, which are the raw materials for world-class cosmetic industries. Chemical science can transform these commodities into premium branded products for African and global markets. 4, food chemistry and nutraceuticals. The global nutraceutical market is projected to exceed $500 billion by 2030. Nigeria's indigenous crops, such as moringa, bitter leaf, African locust beans, tiger nuts, among dozens of others, are rich in bioactive compounds with documented health benefits. Food chemistry and chemical engineering can unlock this value, creating products that serve both domestic health needs and export demand. The Nigeria College of Natural Medicine Technology, operating under the umbrella of NNMDA, was established with precisely this vision in mind, to build the human capital, generate the knowledge base, and catalyze the industry partnership that will allow Nigeria to fully exploit its natural chemical heritage. As the academic half of NNMDA, we carry a mandate that is both educational and strategic. The college exists at the intersection of all these opportunities. Let me set out what we are doing and what we intend to do in the near future in just 3 domains. 1, education. Our primary contribution is human capital. Nigeria's chemical industry will only grow as fast as the talent that pipeline that fits it. At NICOM Tech, we are committed to 1, delivering programs in pharmacognosy, natural product chemistry, and industrial chemistry. Embedding the principles of green chemistry and sustainable development throughout our curriculum. Ensuring our graduates are not merely theoretically proficient, but practically capable and industrial ready from day one. Then cultivating entrepreneurial thinking so that our graduates do not only seek employment, but create it. Curriculum development cannot happen in isolation. We are committed to continuous dialogue with industries, partners, regulatory bodies, and international institutions to ensure that what we teach reflects the realities of what Nigeria economic needs. In research, we all know that research is the engine of discovery, and discovery is the precondition for innovation. At NNMD/NITECOM, research agenda is anchored in Nigeria's resources and industrial need. Therefore, we carry out natural product screening and characterization by working in close collaboration with NNMD scientists to expand and deepen our phytochemical database. Apply research on extraction technologies, formulation science, and quality control processes relevant to our target sector. Collaborative research with Nigerian universities, international partners, and industry sponsors, and publication and knowledge dissemination to position Nigeria as a credible contributor to global natural medicine science. We also recognize that research in our context cannot be a purely academic exercise. Every research program at NICOTEC is evaluated not only for its scientific contribution, but its potential pathway to application and commercialization. And also, we talk about innovation and entrepreneurship. Now, call to action. Excellence in chemical science does not emerge from declarations alone. It requires sustained commitment, coordinated action, and the willingness to invest. I therefore make the following calls to each constituency present today. To the federal government and regulatory agencies, we ask for increased and ring-fenced funding for chemical science research, infrastructure, and education. We ask for a coherent national policy for the national product and pharmaceutical industries that provide incentives for local production and reduces bureaucratic barriers to market entry. To our industry partners, industry should partner with the universities. Investment in research program is never a waste. Students should be sponsored for scholarships and internship. Industries should open their facilities to university staff and students. The talent you train today will power your production lines tomorrow. To academic and research institutions, let us strengthen the collaborative network that amplify our individual capacities. Joint research, shared publications, exchange programs, and curriculum collaboration are not in competition with our individual institutional mandates. They are expressions of them. Nigerian challenges are too large for any institution to solve alone. To our students and graduates, you are the true purpose of everything we are doing this morning. We call on you to pursue excellence not as an abstract aspiration, but as a daily discipline. Some of the problems you will be expected to solve include drug resistance, food insecurity, environmental pollution, and industrial underdevelopment, etc. These challenges are really urgent and solvable. Nigeria needs your knowledge, your innovation, and your commitment. Do not take your training abroad, but let us build Nigeria with the skills invested in you. To the civil society and the public should demand Nigerian-made natural medicine and pharmaceutical products that meet international quality standards. We should demand for environmentally responsible industrial practices. The public should demand that the government should prioritize science education and research investment. An informed and engaged public is itself a driver of the standards that industry and government must meet. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the future of Nigerian industrial development runs through its laboratories. From the chemists who isolate a bioactive compound from a Nigerian medicinal plant engineer who designed a cleaner extraction process, the food chemist who develops a nutraceutical from our indigenous crops are all our natural story. We must not underestimate the scale of this task. Infrastructure must be built. Funding must be secured. Talent must be retained. Policies must be formed. Industries must be developed. Though none of this is easy, but we are surely not starting from zero. We have a natural endowment of extraordinary richness. We have a growing body of scientific knowledge. We have institutions that are committed to this mission. And we have a generation of young Nigerians who are hungry for purpose and capable of excellence. And we have in our gathering like this morning, the very collective will to chart a different course for ourselves and for our nation. Before I will round this up, I would like to sincerely appreciate giants upon whose shoulder I stand. I want to appreciate Professor Folashade Olatunbosun Oyedeji. She was my supervisor during the master's degree, and she encouraged me to thick and thin. She is a mother indeed. Thank you very much, man. I also like to appreciate the presence of High Chief Dr. Olarewaju Soyinka, the Agbanila of Igbe Kingdom in Lagos, the Chief Medical Director of OB Hospital. He was also an alumni of UI, a surgeon, and he was the immediate international past president of Baptist Grammar School Odusa Association, Bagosa. I was his, I don't know what he saw in me that he made me his chief of staff when he served for about 4 years. Thank you very much for accompanying me to this great place. Also, my very good friend, very soon to be a doctor too, Hassan Lawa. All his life he had been in UI, first degree, masters, and the rest. And I want to thank all my, if I should start mentioning names, we will not leave this place today. All my professors, all of them, they are started looking. Professor Oladoshu, I can see you very much, sir. Thank you very much. And the HOD, Professor Shonibade, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be here this morning. On this note, I want to thank everyone. Thank you all.
Let us do that again. Yeah. Standing ovation, ladies and gentlemen. That is a very stimulating lecture. You can sit down. Thank you very much, sir. While he was delivering that lecture, the number one of Faculty of Science, you know, we have number one in UI, the Vice Chancellor, the number one in the department, then the number one Faculty of Science, a Professor of Organic Chemistry, Professor I.A. Oladosu comes in. Sir, that's what, thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Also in the house, we have the chairperson of Association of Science, Laboratory Technologies of Nigeria UI branch, Dr. Joel Elizabeth. She's here with us in the house. Thank you for coming. And also Mrs. Ngere is the one that follows her from Animal Science. The keynote speaker knew that Nigeria is not safe. That is why he comes down with the Agbanila of Lagos. You're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to appreciate the keynote speaker by talking. I will call on Mrs. Adiola Bangboye to come and do the presentation. Let us appreciate her again.
Thank you. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Can I have the gift here, please? I would like to call on our speaker, Dr. Akinlolu Faweyimi, to, on behalf of the Oyo State chapter, CSN, we want to appreciate you for the invaluable contributions you have made to the association. And on behalf of the LOC of this year conference, the premier conference, we present this to you as a token of our love. Thank you. Dated this day, July 8, 2026. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Before breaking into plenary section, I want to quickly recognize Professor Ogudiran in the house. Professor Ogudiran, you are welcome. So before giving the microphone to Mr. Akong for the next event, especially ladies and gentlemen, I want to once again appreciate and welcome to our midst. Appreciate again Professor Folashade Oyedeji. The word appreciate comes because she produced the keynote speaker. Thank you very much, ma. Mr. Dr. Akong, sir.
Good morning, dear participants and our distinguished guests for this conference. We thank God for how it has gone so far. We will be breaking out soon for the sessions for presentations, the technical sessions. We have the following venues. This venue, that's New Lecture Theatre. We have C15. We have A3, Chemistry, Room A3, and then the coffee room. Please, if you don't know these places, there are individuals that will give you direction to these places. Just kindly know your venue for the technical sessions. Kindly check online on the platform created. You'll find it there. If you don't, just be there on the committee members who will direct you to the place you are supposed to be. Thank you. Yes, I am. HO3. Okay. Please, is he ready now? Are they supposed to ask questions?
But they can note it and send it to the.
We are so sorry because of our time. If you have any question for the speaker, you can note it. You can note the questions. We will get it to him because of our time. Now we are going for the plenary sections. The HO3 is where you take your refreshment. Then from there, you move. We are going to take group photograph now. After the group photograph, then we go for the refreshment. Then from there, you go to your different sections. Thank you.